What's up, cool people? My name's Matt, aka That Random Christian Gamer. Welcome to tonight's live stream. How we all doing tonight? Hello, Seth, and anyone else who's watching. Hope you're all doing well. So, the plan for this evening is to go through Ezra chapters 5 and 6 in our Bible study. And then we have a custom Slay the Spire run from Friday, I think, to continue. I can't say I remember a ton of the details of it, other than it involved some usage of shivs and making them better and that kind of thing. And it seemed like it was going fairly well. Can't say I remember too much more about it than that. We'll see once we hop in, though. So, yeah, not really too much else to say right now. Looking ahead a little bit, like the last week of December might have to be a bit different. Fairly well. Not even at the first chest yet. Okay. So, jury's still out on that. But, yeah. With the last week, of course, being Christmas and all that, and then getting into New Year's, it's like, I'm not quite sure. I do know that, like, starting the day after Christmas, which I think is a Friday. Yeah, Christmas is a Thursday. The day after is a Friday. I will be on a trip with my family to go visit, at least some extent, at the very least, my grandfather, but possibly some other extended family as well. But I might be able to slip in all of my usual recording stuff on the evening of Christmas Day. We'll see. Anywho, okay. We've got some random exercise redemptions to figure out. Let me pull up my note on the exercises to see what I'm doing here as I do these rolls. You know, I'm thinking about replacing the burpees with just, like, some deep stretching. The run you mentioned in Discord, it's like, yeah, I mean, great that the guy had, like, a really close save. I had a real similar thing happen the first time I was trying to clear Act 4. I thought I was doomed to lose, but then there was just an extra little bit of passive damage that came up from an extra orb activation. So, yeah, can relate as well. Anyway, okay. Exercise stuff. Let's see what we get. First roll is a 1. I really need to figure out a better angle to hold this at or something. So, push-ups. Yeah, 15 stream streak, jeez. Your dedication is appreciated, Seth. So, push-ups in sets of 2, I guess. With a minimum of 4 sets, which equals 8 push-ups. Alright, second exercise, which might be established while ads are rolling, I don't know. So I rolled a 6, which means burpees. You know, before I get rid of them, maybe. Well, I hope the other people appreciate your dedication and loyalty and consistency. Alright, oh jeez. 5. for the sets of burpees. Oh, jeez. If that plays any factor at all, that's going to be an attempt of 20 burpees. Yeah. Not totally sure I'm going to get to that point, especially after already having push-ups within the stream. Oh well. Alrighty. Pin the chat comment about the exercises on Twitch. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that already having push-ups and squats is part of what has me thinking maybe I should remove burpees and just put some sort of deep stretching in there. Especially because, if I'm honest with myself, as physically out of shape as I might be in some areas, at least according to some folks, I think my flexibility is even worse and has continued to worsen over the years. Anyway. Okay. Ads are rolling on Twitch, have been for a little bit. Time to hop on over to this window so that we're ready for the Bible study once that's all done. Yeah. Not too much else to say before we get into things. Okay, I think both the chapters today are not terribly long. Yeah. Okay. So I suppose we can just hop right in. No need to worry about these going too long, I guess. Alrighty. Gonna start recording stuff now, by the way. Okay. Ezra chapter 5. So, thus far in the book of Ezra, we have had the Persian king who ruled over probably the majority of, at least, the Promised Land, probably a bunch of other areas around that. So King Cyrus, declared that God said to him to build a second temple back in Jerusalem. So he sent those who worshiped God to go do that. They went, and after a little bit of settling in, started rebuilding the temple. They started with the altar, and then built the foundation for the temple. But then they came across some resistance. And so, kind of at the end of the last chapter, chapter 4, that is, it mentioned, the work on the temple had stopped until, well, according to this, until the second year of the reign of King Darius. So that is the context, which might be a little extra important to consider with the fact that this chapter starts with the words, "at that time." So, now that we have the context, let's hop into it. Ezra chapter 5. At that time, the prophets Haggai and Zechariah, son of Iddo, prophesied to the Jews in Judah and Jerusalem. They prophesied in the name of the God of Israel who was over them. Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, son of Jehozadak, responded by starting again to rebuild the temple of God in Jerusalem. And the prophets of God were with them and helped them. But Tatanai, the governor of the province west of the Euphrates River, and Shethar-Bozenai and their colleagues soon arrived in Jerusalem and asked, "Who gave you permission to rebuild this temple and restore this structure?" They also asked for the names of all the men working on the temple. But because their God was watching over them, the leaders of the Jews were not prevented from building until a report was sent to Darius and he returned his decision. So, King Darius must have been the king at this time. So, prophets came. It doesn't exactly say what they prophesied in here, although this might be the same Haggai and Zechariah that have books of the Bible named after them. Possibly. I'm not going to say that for sure, though. Maybe once we get to that point, it'll be a little more obvious, assuming we remember. There's still quite a bit of Bible to go in between, though. So, In any case, whatever they prophesied seems to have possibly motivated people to, continue building the temple after they had paused it for a while. Now, I'm going to look at this note first because it might be relevant to whatever thoughts I have next. So the Aramaic says the province beyond the river rather than west of the Euphrates River. Same general gist, I guess. Yeah, so... sorry. So, because of still being ruled by the Persian Empire, though, the Jews didn't necessarily have their own government, per se, at this point. They had, the Ten Commandments and other commands from God, but they also had, the government under which they lived. So yeah, this guy Tatanai is obviously not in favor of them continuing to build the second temple. Tries to get a bunch of information on who's doing the building and why. But apparently, whatever issue he had with it, wasn't going to immediately stop them. It was probably one of those things where he was going to, send a report to King Darius, and then once Darius decided, they would either be able to continue or have to stop. Other notes in that section, when it mentions Joshua, son of Jozadak, or Jehozadak, I should say. Aramaic says Jozadak, which is considered a variant spelling. By the way, it's mentioning that these are coming from Aramaic. I think it said in the previous chapter that, going from a certain part, from a certain verse in there, all the way through part of chapter 6, I want to say. Or chapter 8, maybe. You know what? Maybe if I look at the notes. Okay. The original text of chapter 4, verse 8 through chapter 6, verse 18 is in Aramaic. Okay. So yeah, that was written that way. I mean, especially starting off with the letter that was sent to Artaxerxes, which wouldn't have been in Hebrew because the Jews weren't the ones sending it. Anyway, yeah, even though typically these footnotes mention Hebrew as the language that it's coming from, this particular section, The source text is in Aramaic. Anyway. So, yeah. That says Jozadak here, which is considered a variant spelling. I mean, it's close. See, now this mentions a Hebrew manuscript in the Greek and Syriac versions. So, there are still other source texts. There are still multiple source texts being referenced, I guess, when the translators are doing their thing. I wonder if the Hebrew manuscript might have been written in Aramaic just because of the circumstances of what was going on. I don't know. Anyway, Masoretic text reads, "Then we told them..." Which, I mean, okay, if they asked for the names of all the men... let me back that up a little bit. It doesn't make much sense for the people working on the temple to say all the names of who was doing so if they weren't asked for it. So, both can definitely be true. But just saying that they asked for the names doesn't then mean that they were given those names. So, slight potential for some difference in the series of events there. But anyway, okay. So they're still going to keep working until they hear from Darius. Speaking of which, let's continue in verse 6. This is a copy of the letter that Tatanai, the governor, Shethar-Bozani, and the other officials of the province west of the Euphrates River sent to King Darius. To King Darius, greetings. The king should know that we went to the construction site of the temple of the great god in the province of Judah. It is being rebuilt with specially prepared stones, and timber is being laid in its walls. The work is going forward with great energy and success. We asked the leaders, who gave you permission to rebuild this temple and restore this structure? And we demanded their names so that we could tell you who the leaders were. This was their answer. We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and we are rebuilding the temple that was built here many years ago by a great king of Israel. But because our ancestors angered the God of heaven, he abandoned them to King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, who destroyed this temple and exiled the people to Babylonia. However, King Cyrus of Babylon, during the first year of his reign, issued a decree that the temple of God should be rebuilt. King Cyrus returned the gold and silver cups that Nebuchadnezzar had taken from the temple of God in Jerusalem and had placed in the temple of Babylon. These cups were taken from that temple and presented to a man named Sheshbazzar, whom King Cyrus appointed as governor of Judah. The king instructed him to return the cups to their place in Jerusalem and to rebuild the temple of God there on its original site. So this Sheshbazzar came and laid the foundations of the temple of God in Jerusalem. The people have been working on it ever since, though it is not yet completed. So that's what the people who were building said, and then to finish up the letter. Therefore, if it pleases the king, we request that a search be made in the royal archives of Babylon to discover whether King Cyrus ever issued a decree to rebuild God's temple in Jerusalem. And then let the king send us his decision on in this matter. I was going to say on, but anyway. Yes. There's a question of whether this is after Israel and Judah split. Yes, this is much later. Not only after they split, but after both kingdoms had been conquered by other empires. And then they were, exiled from their, land, I guess you could say. Or, basically removed from their homes. And they lived in that state for a while. I think it was like 60 years or so. But yeah, this is not before the combination. I mean, this would be before they really went back and fully reestablished themselves as their own people group with their own land. At least fully, anyway. So, Tatanai and his cohort send this letter to King Darius. Israel and Judah combined with each other again at a later point in history. Well, I mean, they could have sort of been combined even at this point, because relative to what they had before, there were so few people left that they really kind of had to start working together again, and like really they all worshiped the same god, and so, like anyway, that's the thing. Israel and Judah as kingdoms were basically no more at this point. The kingdoms had been conquered. At least, from a geopolitical standpoint, the kingdoms had been conquered. And I don't know if they ever really wound up having their own kingdom again afterwards. But let me get off of that tangent and not try and work off of memory that may or may not be accurate. So, Tatanai and them send this letter to Darius basically saying, alright, we've seen that this temple is being built. It seems like it's progressing quite a bit. We asked the people what's going on, why they're doing this, who gave them permission. They told us that they're, rebuilding what had been there before and was destroyed by other kings, and that they had permission from King Cyrus to go ahead and build this. So, if you could do us a favor and check your records for whether King Cyrus issued a decree about this, yeah, then maybe we can clear things up here. So, that's the general gist of what they said to King Darius. Yeah. Find it odd that it says King Cyrus of Babylon here, because earlier in the book it said King Cyrus of Persia. Alright. Letter mentioned Judah and... Did it mention Judah and Israel? Like back to back? Or... so, mentioned the temple in the province of Judah. And it mentioned the great king... Or it mentioned, that the temple was built by a great king of Israel. Yeah, the first temple was built when they were still combined. But it resided in, well, the land where the tribe of Judah resided, in amongst the combined kingdom. And then even when they split, it was still in Jerusalem within the realm of the tribe of Judah. So, I'm wondering if the mentions of Judah here are just being a little more specific for like the location and whatnot. Yeah, well, in Jerusalem, temple, King Cyrus appointed as governor of Judah. Yeah, now out of the two split kingdoms, Judah was the one that lasted longer. So they could be mentioning, you know, a governor of Judah because of that, or because it was specific more so to that place where the temple was in that general region, whereas other parts of what might have been, you know, Israel could have been governed by someone else. I don't know. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm not 100% sure what the reasons are for, you know, Judah being mentioned in some places and Israel in other. But definitely the mention of, you know, a king of Israel before. It's because it was referring to Solomon when the kingdoms were still combined. Or when the kingdom was. Anyway. Quick pause for chat. Hello, TV antenna. Hope you're doing well. Hydrate Redemption. Here we go. Okay. And I appreciate other interaction there. All right. So yeah, I mentioned some stuff that had been taken from the temple, but then they were putting it back. And yeah, there's really not a whole lot else to say about that, because, you know, they're sending a letter to King Darius asking for some more research on the matter. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Maybe we'll get more on that in chapter 6. But that does it for this one. Okay. Yeah, I was still kind of trying to wrap up my recording there before I fully moved on. Anywho. But, time for chapter 6 now. Okay. So, we're looking at Ezra chapter 6 now. Alright, so this chapter's 22 verses, little bit longer than the previous one, but not, like, majorly. In any case, so, King Cyrus of Persia / it said of Babylon before, which I forgot to look into that note, but anyway, he had said, alright, people who worship God, go build another temple in Jerusalem because your God has told me to do so. So they go, they start building, they come up against some opposition. Some prophets come, give them some motivation to keep building. They resume the building. Other people come and are like, what are you doing? Who gave you permission? But they then send a letter, the people against it send a letter to King Darius, who now rules over Persia, to kind of figure out, all right, we need some more information here. Are these people okay to build this temple or not? So it has been noted, there was a note a couple of chapters ago that up through verse 18 of this chapter is written in Aramaic rather than in Hebrew. So, if it mentions, Aramaic saying something or another in any of the notes, any of the translation notes, instead of, Hebrew saying whatever other possible meaning it is, that's the reason why. Can't tell you with 100% certainty why this portion is written in Aramaic instead of in Hebrew, but maybe it's because it's mostly dealing with the people who were opposed to the rebuilding and letters that they're sending and receiving. So, in any case, I don't think that we'll have a huge impact on what we read here. Just something to maybe be aware of as we continue. Anywho, alrighty. Ezra chapter 6, here we go. So King Darius issued orders that a search be made in the Babylonian archives, which were stored in the treasury. But it was at the fortress at Ecbatana in the province of Media that a scroll was found. This is what it said. Memorandum. In the first year of King Cyrus's reign, a decree was sent out concerning the temple of God at Jerusalem. Let the temple be rebuilt on the site where Jews used to offer sacrifices, using the original foundations. Its height will be 90 feet, and its width will be 90 feet. Every 3 layers of specially prepared stones will be topped by a layer of timber. All expenses will be paid by the royal treasury. Furthermore, the gold and silver cups which were taken to Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar from the temple of God in Jerusalem must be returned to Jerusalem and put back where they belong. Let them be taken back to the temple of God. So, the search of the archives finds that, yes, there was, in fact, a decree from King Cyrus to build another temple, or to rebuild. Because it mentions the original foundations. Or is that just saying, hey, we're gonna make sure that this second temple is built the same way the first one was? Because it did go on then to mention, like, the dimensions of the temple. So that's probably safe enough to assume. See, now, they searched the Babylonian archives, but again, at first, at least in chapter 1, it said King Cyrus was king over Persia. Granted, Persia had conquered Babylon by this point, so I mean, I guess he was technically also king over Babylon. Anyway, maybe the Babylonian archives were just a bit more thorough. Anyway, so yeah. The decree was in fact made, and after looking at this note here, we'll maybe see what King Darius says in response to all that. So the Aramaic, which this comes from, mentions its height being 60 cubits, and its width 60 cubits. Commonly held that this verse should be amended. Eep. That's weird. That's the first time I've seen the word amended spelled like that. Maybe there's a... Anyway. Commonly held that this verse should be amended to read, its height will be 30 cubits, its length will be 60 cubits, and its width 20 cubits. Because, yeah, I mean, you look at 1 Kings, when it first mentions the building of the temple and the dimensions of it. And, yeah, that seems a bit more like it. Emendation regarding the width is supported by the Syriac version. So even at least one of the source texts mentions that, you know, it was these dimensions in the note here rather than saying just its height 90 feet and its width 90 feet. It also doesn't even mention the length, so that's weird. And we have a note from the chat about the word amended being used in the translator note here. Amend with an A means to change or improve something, often used for laws, documents, or behavior, focusing on betterment. Amend with an E means to correct errors in a text, primarily used in publishing and academia for refining writing quality. Okay. Yeah, I guess there aren't too many times where the general populace is using amend with an E when amend with an A refers to laws and official documents and especially behavior. Also, yeah, the idea of changing / improving something just in general rather than more specifically correcting errors. Okay, interesting. I figured there was some kind of difference, I just wasn't aware what it was. Probably because amend with an E is not too commonly used. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see what King Darius says after finding out that there was indeed a decree to rebuild the temple. Verse 6. So King Darius sent this message. Now therefore, Tatanai, governor of the province west of the Euphrates River, and Shethar-Bozani, and your colleagues and other officials west of the Euphrates River, stay away from there. Do not disturb the construction of the temple of God. Let it be rebuilt on its original site, and do not hinder the governor of Judah and the elders of the Jews in their work. Moreover, I hereby decree that you are to help these elders of the Jews as they rebuild this temple of God. You must pay the full construction costs without delay from my taxes collected in the province west of the Euphrates River, so that the work will not be interrupted. Give the priests in Jerusalem whatever is needed in the way of young bulls, rams, and male lambs for the burnt offerings presented to the God of heaven. And without fail, provide them with as much wheat, salt, wine, and olive oil as they need each day. Then they will be able to offer acceptable sacrifices to the God of heaven and pray for the welfare of the king and his sons. Those who violate this decree in any way will have a beam pulled from their house. Then they will be lifted up and impaled on it, and their house will be reduced to a pile of rubble. Harsh, but okay. May the God who has chosen the city of Jerusalem as the place to honor his name destroy any king or nation that violates this command and destroys this temple. I, Darius, have issued this decree. Let it be obeyed with all diligence. Okay, so very firm declaration by Darius that yes, this temple needs to be rebuilt. Nobody get in the way in any possible form. In fact, you all should help with this. Perhaps in part because it was declared that, you know, the money for it would come from the royal treasury of King Cyrus back when he made the decree, which would, I assume, be the same treasury now that Darius is king over. And he's also concerned with them being able to offer, you know, acceptable and enough sacrifices for, you know, the regular rituals and all that kind of stuff. Essentially, making sure that there's absolutely nothing in the way, whether human or divine, that could stop this. Maybe I should say spiritual instead of divine. I don't know. Anyway, I know that God's people, when they first started building this second temple, built the altar first because they were concerned with, you know, making the offerings that they were supposed to, and like, you know, well, A, possibly being in tune with God, and or B, making sure they were on God's good side. But yeah. And Darius doesn't even just stop at, hey, y'all need to be helping with this and making sure that they have everything that they need. But he also goes as far as to say, anybody who gets in their way is going to get impaled on a beam from their own house. And the obvious assumption there is that that would kill the person in question. And also damage, at least if not outright destroy, their house. So yeah, he really wants to make sure this thing happens. Oh, and if pulling the beam doesn't destroy the house, it does, I think, also mention then and their house will be reduced to a pile of rubble. So, yeah, the house is getting destroyed either way. Speaking of which, there's a note there. Aramaic says a dunghill instead of a pile of rubble, I assume. It's in any case, the point is a useless pile of things. So, yeah. And he also actually, like, specifically, after all that, gives his sort of blessing, you might say, on Jerusalem and the temple. So, yeah, well, Tat and I and them have their answer for sure. Let's see what happens from there as we get to verse 13. Tat and I, governor of the province west of the Euphrates River, and Shethar-Bozenai and their colleagues complied at once with the command of King Darius. So the Jewish elders continued their work, and they were greatly encouraged by the preaching of the prophets Haggai and Zechariah, son of Iddo. The temple was finally finished, as had been commanded by the God of Israel and decreed by Cyrus, Darius, and Artaxerxes, the kings of Persia. The temple was completed on March 12th during the 6th year of King Darius's reign. The temple of God was then dedicated with great joy by the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the rest of the people who had returned from exile. During the dedication ceremony for the temple of God, 100 young bulls, 200 rams, and 400 male lambs were sacrificed, and 12 male goats were presented as a sin offering for the 12 tribes of Israel. Then the priests and Levites were divided into their various divisions to serve at the temple of God in Jerusalem, as prescribed in the book of Moses. Okay, so there we go. Temple gets rebuilt with full approval from multiple kings. I don't recall it saying before that Artaxerxes approved of the rebuilding. That would be somewhere in chapter 4, if anywhere, I get. If there's any mention within Ezra of that. I know there was a letter sent to Artaxerxes. Artaxerxes sent a reply. Ordered a search of the records. but his search of the records was more focused on, the overall history of Jerusalem and its people, and noting that they were troublemakers, well, in the eyes of those around them. Now, he did say the city must not be rebuilt except at my express command. So maybe he came back at a later time and said that it was okay. But, anyway, that's sort of tangential to the overall situation. So, yeah. The temple is rebuilt, and then they do a big dedication ceremony with all sorts of offerings. 12 male goats in particular for sin offerings for each of the tribes of Israel. And a bunch of other animals just as, like, I don't know. There were a couple of different categories of offerings, and I'm not necessarily the best at remembering how many different kinds there were. I know there were, like, goodwill offerings. So, I'm sure some of those animals, at least, were of that kind. Sort of wishing God's blessing upon this new temple was, I'm sure, part of the idea behind that. And then, because the temple's been rebuilt, the priests and Levites are now, reassigned their temple duties, I suppose. Now, let's make sure I get to this note before we move on, because it says specifically that the temple was completed on March 12th. That might be the most specific date we've gotten yet from, like, anything in the Old Testament up to this point. There were months and years maybe mentioned before, but I don't know about specific to-the-day dates. Well, the Aramaic says, on the third day of the month of Adar of the ancient Hebrew lunar calendar, a number of events in Ezra can be cross-checked with dates in surviving Persian records and related accurately to our modern calendar. This day was March 12th, 515 BC. Okay. So that was the exact date that the second temple was finished being built. Okay. One last little section here, starting with verse 19, which, yeah, should be back to Hebrew rather than Aramaic. Okay. Speaking of which, let's continue from there. On April 21st, the returned exiles celebrated Passover. The priests and Levites had purified themselves and were ceremonially clean. So they slaughtered the Passover lamb for all the returned exiles, for their fellow priests, and for themselves. The Passover meal was eaten by the people of Israel who had returned from exile, and by the others in the land who had turned from their corrupt practices to worship the Lord, the God of Israel. Then they celebrated the festival of unleavened bread for 7 days. There was great joy throughout the land because the Lord had caused the king of Assyria to be favorable to them, so that he helped them to rebuild the temple of God, the God of Israel. Note my confused expression at it mentioning Assyria. We'll get to that in a bit. So again, very specific date mentioned here in verse 19. April 21st. The Hebrew says, on the 14th day of the first month of the ancient Hebrew lunar calendar. This day was April 21st, 515 BC. See also the note on verse 15. Yeah, that was the one we were looking at that said March 12th. So, cross-referencing dates to be more precise with other dates. Previously, we would just get, you know, that it was sometime in, you know, mid to late April or something like that. Or sometimes even a broader range than that. And with the note saying the 14th day of the first month. So, yeah. That's, the precision of dates continues. So, yeah, now that temple is there and has been dedicated, about a month later, they have Passover, because that would, like, the 14th day of the first month of the lunar calendar was the prescribed time for the Passover. So, they had the ability to hold the Passover, so they did it, essentially. Now, on to this note about the king of Assyria. King Darius of Persia is here identified as the king of Assyria because Persia had conquered the Babylonian Empire, which included the earlier Assyrian Empire. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it calls him the king of Assyria in that case, though. I mean, yes, he ruled over what was Assyria, but yeah, still seems odd to me to word it like that. Oh, man. Okay. I don't think there's a whole lot else to say about all that. It's Passover, and then Festival of Unleavened Bread, which I guess was really the broader festival that the Passover was part of. Passover just kind of kicked that off, I think. Because there was unleavened bread that they had to eat for the original Passover, with the angel of death literally passing over their doors in Egypt. And yeah, anyway. But then they had to leave quickly, so the bread that they had was unleavened, because it didn't have time for the leaven to do its... Anyway. So yeah. Or for the yeast, I should say, to do its thing. Anywho, yeah. All right. Temple is built. Passover's been celebrated. That's where we leave things off in Ezra chapter 6. Alrighty. And thus concludes the planned Bible study portion of the evening. Alright. My phone has been giving me multiple different kind of notifications. Okay. Nothing urgent or anything like that, really. Alright. 10 minutes before ads roll. Yeah. Exercises. Well, the burpees are definitely going to be overall the more difficult one. I suppose I'll start with those. Give me a minute to get myself set up here. So, I'm considering, you know, setting my one mat here along the floor for slightly better attraction, but also it's like, well, I might just bunch it up like crazy when I do the burpees. So, maybe not. Okay. I also don't want to like wreck the sandals that I've been wearing though, so I guess I'll get rid of those. Yeah, and my push-up stance is also typically too wide for the mat to be relevant, so I guess I'll try and go without it. Okay, here we go. Might want to stretch out my arms a little bit first before I totally get into that. Ugh. I will attempt to do 20 burpees. No guarantee that I'm gonna get there though. And I'm not sure which will be the problem first, my arms or my legs. Especially since I've been standing most of the day at work. Okay. One. Yeah, I can already tell. Yeah. But this is gonna be a problem. Three. I think. Four. Maybe if I just take it slow enough. 5. What was the set? Some multiple of 5, okay. Yep. That's 6. I'm gonna try to go for at least 10. 7. 8. Oh boy. 9. 10. Good grief. I don't think I have another 5 in me. I'm also really out of breath from that right now. I'm like, am I really that out of shape? Then again, that is not a regular exercise of mine. Okay. Oh, I'm definitely feeling it in some kind of way. I just like, Okay, well, like I maybe could have done a little bit more, but really don't think it would have been another set of 5. Okay. Let me go ahead and run the Twitch ads while I get the game set up and probably hop in Discord with Seth. So, yeah. Yeah, I'd rather do it now while I'm in transition so that, you know, the boring transitional part isn't as much a thing for most people. We will still be when we review. What? I don't understand what your logic there, Seth, or even entirely what you're saying. Anywho, I need to, hang on. Still, sure, yeah, but okay. Whatever. I mean, Again, don't understand the point of delaying the ads. Or I don't, personally. Anyway, hello, Seth.
Hey. This thing is we're going to be resistant anyway when we're talking about the previous.
Yeah, but then it might interrupt either that or the actual game itself. So that's...
Yeah. Well, we have to dip in going. We have to talk about the last ruining the run, which I don't know how many people want to hear that part.
You think that's any less interesting than ads?
Nope. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and do it. Do it. We got that. We had those two things. So we did.
Okay. Sorry, get myself set up. Alright.
By the way, I think I can do a pen as well.
By the way, what?
There you go. There's the other pen. Forgot that.
There we go.
Forgot to make that.
Okay, I was wondering about that a little bit.
I noticed there's no pen. It's like, whoops.
Okay, so... the run that we had going, which is a custom run.
Yeah, it is a flyer run as well. A flying run as well.
Yeah, so we started it off with a draft. A randomized draft.
Yes.
At that. Cards can be basically any color, including colorless. Flight lets us ignore paths.
Yep.
Card rewards only have 2 options. Well, only 2 card options, as well as the option to skip. Enemies drop double gold, but we can't smith anything.
And then this deck is built on, I believe...
Well, it was built on randomness, and it just essentially turned out to have some stuff about shivs and accuracy, which improves the shiv damage.
And then a little bit of poison as well, but...
Yeah.
Shivs and accuracy was the main thing I remembered.
So, it very much wound up being a silent character-leaning deck.
Which is what we wanted, because we had a silent character, so...
Yeah, fair enough. Currently, I have a power potion and a blessing of the forge. Relics include the standard one for the silent, which draws 2 additional cards at the start of combat. And we got the Centennial Puzzle, which draws 3 cards the first time we lose HP.
And if you look at the map, this is what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We are nowhere near a check. We're not even near the first check.
Yeah, we did not get especially far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is room number 6.
I also know the reason we didn't get there.
Well, partially because it was only an hour.
No, that wasn't the reason. We should have got through Act 1 if it was an hour. That wasn't the reason. It was glitching so badly that we hit him and did an hour in.
Well, there was also a bunch of time taken to take care of randomness.
And glitching. The main reason was the glitches and all that.
That was also true.
We didn't even stream most of an hour anyway.
Yeah. In fact, this wasn't even what we were doing. This wasn't even what we were doing at the start of that hour. The start of that hour was me trying to get through Act 4 with the Ironclad and losing.
And failed as soon as he got into that, I think.
So more information on the deck. Just, yeah, so there is accuracy in there. There's...
Looks like we're good on that. Adds a rock to roll, so.
Yeah. Poison stab.
I wanted to do that's the reason I wanted to do this first. Yeah, this is fun. 15 cards, but not that bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't look horrible.
I guess Blade Dance is the only one we have that actually gives us shivs.
Yeah. And
but
also, regret also, the curse is telling us to play cards. as well.
Well, we want to play more cards.
Yeah, with the turret is in our starting hand as well for this battle.
Yeah.
Let me do one more thing while the ads play. I haven't done this yet. Do my dice roll in the background. We'll need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ready to go. Ads should be rolling now. Should be.
Yeah, it's like, because I didn't initiate them, it takes extra time for them to actually start rolling for some weird reason. There we go.
I should see them.
So, what I was trying to communicate before, Seth, and I'm not totally sure that I was clear on it, like, I could have run the ads before while I was transitioning things, and then gotten into this stuff, like...
What we just did there was technically still transition stuff. We're not even starting gameplay yet.
Yeah, but...
Stuff that I would have been perfectly fine talking about right now while the ads are playing. That was my...
But, yeah, I still don't know if I would consider transitioning my own scenes and my setup relative to that to be any sort of more interesting than describing the situation we got.
And also because you know the other reason, so you know the other reason too.
What? Sorry, what was the other reason?
You just got delayed you just got delayed 10 minutes of stream. When the third ads play, that's the end of stream. Remember?
Yeah, but if I start ads early, then it just leaves more time before the next set of ads roll.
If they start them early, it just goes to that time slot where you started it.
So, like, if I start the ads 5 minutes early, rather than...
And the next ads start early, is what I thought happens.
Rather than there being an hour between, there would be an hour and 5 minutes in between.
I thought it was when you started the ads, then... If we started ads early, 5 minutes early, the next set of ads start 5 minutes early as well.
Nope.
Oh, no. Nothing wrong with that then.
Yeah. That's why I don't really hesitate for the most part to run ads earlier.
Okay. I also did.
Anywho. Okay. Well, speaking of ads, they're definitely done by now.
They are. Yep.
Okay. Any restrictions on me for right now?
Not until we get at least to the first chest.
Okay. Might as well play Ghostly Armor, because it's ethereal.
You have a free card if you need it.
Just lucky. I want to gain 2 block, deal 3 damage. Sure, I guess. I don't mind having that on top.
Ooh, I'm still not. Love that one.
Well, now here's the thing. I want to use genetic algorithm pretty much every time it comes up, honestly.
Why? It's exhausting. Oh, yeah, right.
Because it makes it more effective in later battles.
Yes.
Or do I assume I'm going to shuffle back around to it later?
I would not assume so.
I would not assume that either.
And what I was saying about playing anyway was the shivs and that card, and either that or poison.
Yeah.
And also, if we don't play anything, we get more regret. So.
I'm definitely doing the shivs. So I might as well get that out of the way. Yeah, really, I just was kind of like, I want to play poison, but I also want to play genetic algorithm.
Yay, we get a choice.
Yeah.
Here. You want poison better, or you want block for later better?
Over the long haul, genetic algorithm is the better play.
And here's the play for this combat for this round as well. If we play it now, we don't take more damage from him.
Well, I already have 12 block. But...
No, Regret's gonna have to do something.
True.
By doing the block now, we're blocking Regret from finishing on, from allowing him to damage
nope.
more.
Regret dealt damage directly to HP.
that matters. Well,
Well, now we know for sure about that.
now we know. Minimum of 1. 1 plus N where N is not a card you have in your hand. And extra cards in your hand.
Okay, victory. Take the gold and the potion, and do I take a card?
What do we have choices of? Ooh. Not at all. Okay. No. Again, no.
We have not gotten any of the cards hardly from this run. What the heck?
Another 3.
All right. Ooh, geez. 5 room options here.
I also give you a little reminder as well. You do have 1 override per stream. I've done that. Anybody else? 4.
Okay, another battle.
Feel no pain is not bad to start with, is it?
I think... Well, yeah, because the shivs exhaust when they're played, so...
Because we're about to do them, right? Accuracy...
Yeah, I'm not going to play any shivs this turn, but probably will later on.
I was thinking accuracy, feel no pain, and then all the images you have it, unless you don't want to play it now.
Yeah, so accuracy, yeah, I agree, that's a good idea. Feel no pain, probably also a good idea.
Just lucky we should do that first, in case it doesn't, in case we see anything. Second.
Yeah, I'm like, genetic algorithm I have in my hand. I could play it, but I...
What does lucky say we have in our deck? Coming.
What was that?
What does just lucky say we have in our deck coming out?
Just lucky. Well, let's play it and see. The next card would be Choke, which deals 12 damage, and then whenever I play another card that turn,
Meh.
enemy loses 3 HP.
Meh.
I mean, if we get that plus Blade Dance.
Okay.
But also, that's a scry, which means I'm choosing to either keep it on top or discard it, I think.
Which is why I'm saying meh. I don't know if it's a top deck card or good. You can also put the eye there and see it and look at other stuff as well if you need to.
No, I think that would have just taken me back. Well, I think that would have gone back to what's in my hand and whatnot.
Yeah, you can probably help. Right.
I'm going to bank on us getting back to genetic algorithm again in this battle.
We also don't need the block, so.
Yeah.
Now, here's another question. Would you like the poison, 6 plus 3M, or 7 damage, 12?
Yeah, I'm going poison stab.
Okay.
I may also want to think about using a potion at some point in this battle.
We weren't guaranteed to get any potions, though.
What's that?
We're not guaranteed to get potions yet.
Right.
Blade Dance, yes, please. That's definitely... Oh, wait. Tote, yay. Perfect. Tote,
yeah. Blade. The question is, should I make it vulnerable first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because vulnerability is going to do a lot more than... Right? Well, maybe not, but I'm done with that.
Okay. Shivs.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, geez, yeah. So much for getting back to genetic algorithm.
We should have played it. Yep. Do you want to save some before you win? Okay. You should have saved some then if we needed to played it. Okay. What card we got?
All right, we've got entrench, or just lucky for our card options.
Really? How about a 6?
A 6 means we skip again.
Yes. That's why you got the reaction I gave.
All right, well.
Well, you have one override and a
onward.
Run.
5 options again.
Okay. How about a 5? Do we need
Okay, we're going to a rest site.
I'm gonna use my. How about we just do the events instead? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so we have to rest. No smithing.
Well, hang on. I could maybe save and quit and possibly undo that.
You map choice. You pushed on the map, so you're guaranteed. It's going to send you back here.
Okay.
Click on the map. You're forced.
Yeah, I mean, you said it was a 5, so...
Yep, I know.
And I guess we're resting because we have no other option.
Our choice. We must. Well, at least we're going to heal something. At least we're not taking... At least it's not nothing.
Yeah. Okay. 5 more options.
Okay. Okay, how about a 3? Ooh, perfect. Event. Perfect.
Alrighty, event time. It's a lab.
This is potion lab, I think, right?
Yeah, you find yourself in a room filled with racks of test tubes. Yeah.
This part. You know why? What do we do with potions when you get too many?
Remove a random one.
Randomly discard. So what we're going to have to do is randomly discard 1, add a potion, randomly discard 1, add a potion, etc. So let me go ahead and do the random discard. And take now. Here's the thing: you can choose which potion you put in your slot, in case it matters. Sits. So you'll lose potion sits on your list from above.
So I would assume that's then the third one that's on standby here.
Nope. You lose Blistered Memories. Only assessing the potions on the top row, not on your reward queue. You lose Blistered Memory pool, and you must claim one of the potions in the reward queue. Do them in the order that you don't want them, because of the losing order. The last potion you take, you're guaranteed to keep. So if you want a fairy in the bottle, take it last.
Well, but there are 2 fairies in a bottle.
Correct. If you want one of them, take one of them last. Because you may lose the other one. You may lose them if you take them early.
And there's no option the way this goes to just end up... Alright, you know what? Fine then, I'll take the Swift Potion first in that case.
You'll lose the 5th. You'll lose your 5th potion on the slot list.
So you rolled a 5, which means I picked the second out of the 3.
Yes.
That's what kind of confused me about you saying potion 6 before, was because I was like, well, I have 3.
Have 3. That's modular 3.
Yeah.
From any potion deletions, it's always modular. It's always assessing what we have.
Well,
You haven't reward queens. You don't have them yet.
All right. That exchange has been made.
And then 5 again. So you lose a fairy in the bottle, gain a fairy in the bottle.
So I'll just skip this one rather than...
Yeah, that works.
Because it's the same end result. Okay. Ooh, we got 4 different treasure options.
I don't remember which one we take, to me at least. And we'll not roll on this one because it does not matter.
Oh. See, I was never 100% sure if that mattered or not. I always...
It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters because you can only each roll it once, and also in this game it doesn't matter because we have the flight and everything.
Yeah.
So it does not matter.
Okay, well, sorry about the yawning. Oh, just realized something real quick. Need to change the category on Twitch. Anywho, okay.
You wouldn't have noticing on that one. I didn't think about noticing it.
Okay, so our treasure is 53 gold and the Omamori.
Maybe. Remember, this is a maybe. These are maybes.
Oh. I kind of already took it, but...
Okay, that's fine. 6 for the next one, by the way. For the next map choice. Wherever that leads to. Ooh, elite time. And
okay, you were saying 6 for the next one. It sounded a little muffled to me, or slightly broken up.
But did you notice anything else? You've also claimed your first relic. Your first chest. You claimed the chest.
Yeah.
Hey. Nicely.
Oh, yay.
Okay. Read carefully.
What am I reading?
You passed the first chest, which means it's time to start the twist.
Yeah. And if anything, these twists are probably what will end up derailing this run.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to see.
Okay, but for now...
Let me see if you're actually starting. You are. You are starting.
So I just go ahead and do whatever.
Play as normal for the turn. For the turn. Okay, so accuracy, probably good idea to get that out of the way. With accuracy, I feel no pain. You have the same genetic algorithm, the same set of starting at the end.
Pretty much. Well,
Blade
when I
Dance.
draw almost half the deck...
And also Blade Dance is there. So maybe accuracy, Blade Dance, feel no pain. Maybe. That's an option too. Because you won't need the block from genetic algorithm with feel no pain, with the feel no pain and all the Blade Dances you're playing, all the shivs you're playing.
Yeah. So...
This is an interesting choice.
Also, I think the speed at which you talk doesn't come across great through the Discord call, I'm just saying. All right.
Feel no pain, accuracy, Blade Dance, and feel no pain, accuracy, genetic algorithms, but I kind of see those options.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing accuracy and feel no pain first. Definitely those.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well, because Blade Dance itself doesn't exhaust, so I might as well play that.
It doesn't exhaust itself, but it has these 3 cards that do.
Right.
And those 3 cards is enough block.
Yep.
And a lot of shiv damage. Remember that the first and the third will hit net because of they switch.
Yep.
Therefore, the one to attack is the one that will either die first or hit next. Okay, let me see. Okay, you good?
Let's see here. Well,
You have ghostly armor there. That's really nice. The ethereal was actually a great time for that.
yeah, I'm definitely better off gaining that block.
I don't see a problem. Trip and bowling is not bad either.
Yeah.
But,
Although Trip will merely get rid of one of the artifacts that they have.
one, it'll be the same as 1 vulnerability with power with the use of 21 damage.
No, two vulnerable counts as a single instance of applying an effect.
Well, so much for that. You want to block up completely and get wounds? Block it completely with protect, or actually it'd be ooh, wait, this is an easy choice. This is actually an easier choice. We have regret in our hands, so
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'd rather do power through and bowling bash.
that.
Because I mean, shoot, bowling bash is enough to get rid of the middle enemy here.
Yes, it is, and then.
And then power through. Oh, I didn't realize that it was putting that in my hand right away.
Now you get 4 of them. Now you're gonna get 4 damage at the end of the turn, plus 18 to your block.
Whoopsie. Oh well.
Well, whoop, shoot, whoop, whoop, you.
Okay.
Hey, your hand become robotic. Let's see what happens. You must play card 1.
Must play card number 1, which is protect. Okay.
Must play number 6 if you can.
3, 4, 5. Well, I only have 5 cards after playing that.
Must play card. Hold on. Must play card 4 if you can.
technically card 4 is a dazed.
Is a dazed.
I'm like, does that make it skip to deadly poison then, or what?
You cannot place that card, your turn is over.
Okay. Well, Feel No Pain is going to be big with all these dazed cards I'm getting.
Card 1 must be played if you can. Really? Whoops.
Yeah. I mean, I could try using a potion, but...
You could. You're allowed to use both whenever you wish. And also note, as a reminder, my roll goes to the first thing it should roll for.
Of course, if I just draw more cards, then that's not gonna...
The reference I said?
Change what...
It does. My roll is the first thing it would roll for. For example, if you play your power potion or you play your power potion, you get a choice of 3 cards.
Yeah.
Therefore, you choose card 1 from that list instead of choosing 1 from this list.
Yeah. But I guess what I was thinking and didn't communicate very well was if I play the Swift Potion and draw more cards, that's not going to change anything.
No, you'll just discard all the cards because you're
yeah.
eternal. But Power Potion will, because you have to choose from 3 options.
Alright, fine. Let's see what the Power Potion gives us.
I want to. You don't... So your choice on that. But if you do a potion, that...
And card number 1 is Footwork, which... Actually, I don't think that even becomes the card that's played. I think that just gets added to the hand, right?
But it had a re-roll because I used the 1 on this choice instead.
True.
But it doesn't matter because my next card's a 5. My next roll's a 5, so I think you're still getting a no.
Yeah, that's the other dazed.
Ah, well, there's that.
So does that mean end of turn?
If you cannot play such card, you must end your turn instead.
Yeah. And that kind of crap seems to happen every time we get the randomness like this.
Ooh, Blade Dance. That's a sweet rate. Blade Dance and then Bowling Bash.
Well, okay, the card order might change after playing Blade Dance.
It may, but I don't. But I think okay, depending on where the 2 applies to, it's Blade Dance and then it's a 2.
Okay, so yeah, Bowling Bash is still in play.
And then card 3, which I think is actually that's a daze. Well.
Which one should I guess I'll target the one with lower health.
3 would target number 1. And then I reroll that.
Oh. I didn't realize the targets were getting randomized also.
And then number 1, which I believe is a wound.
Yeah, which is unplayable.
And your shivs are automatically exhausted, they discard with your deck.
I think those get discarded in this case. Because they're not ethereal.
They're free, which is nice.
Yeah, but...
Anyways, we had something this turn, right? Come on, 5 or 6. No, my bad. Fine. 1. Wilson armor. Okay.
Okay, that helps. Now I got 4 cards.
You think so? Then I roll 4.
So, end of turn.
The days are the very annoying part.
Yeah, meanwhile, I keep getting hit.
We have 3 lands on something.
So, sorry.
Just lucky. A 3.
Okay, it's a 3. Gotcha. Just lucky.
You can do whatever.
Trying to think. I'm like, do it. It probably doesn't matter that much whether I keep or discard trip. So, I guess I'll keep it there. Yeah.
Okay. And then number 6.
Well, there's only 4 cards, so I guess that.
It's a no. It's an ignore yourself, so I have to reroll. It's better. It's okay. Just a 6 is nothing. Would you mind rolling once?
Okay.
Or if I went annoyed. Oh, okay.
I rolled a 1.
You did fine. Good. You got it. Not bad, is it?
So, genetic algorithm?
Algorithm, yep. And then the next 1 as well. I rolled a 1 as well. So the next card will be also a 1.
And a shiv.
Okay, so we just need to see an odd number. That's it. We just need to see an odd number. Nope, even. Nope, that's a 4. Okay, 1 or 2. Sorry. Let me try it. There we go, a 1. So, and then your blade dance.
Okay. So now we've got 4 cards.
We got 4 cards and 3 of them we want. A 2.
Okay.
Or by 3. There's the bad one. Okay, so 1 shift plays, and then you hit and then you'll hit the days. No, you won't. Oh, you will not. Oh, I didn't notice where it went to. Sorry. So 2 and then 3. So both 2 shifts it played.
Yeah.
I didn't notice where it went. Was it for a 1 or 2? There we go. A 1.
Okay, 1 is the dazed, which means.
Okay. That was actually a better turn.
Yeah. There's a slightly better chance of me not dying from this battle now.
Say that, but I haven't stopped. Not. I mean, I never said anything about it stopping it either. 4. So bowling back. Followed by trip.
Okay. Then we got 3 cards.
Yep. Wait, other than a 5 or 6. There, a 3.
Well, 3 is dazed.
Okay.
So, turn end?
Turn ends.
Okay. 6 cards now.
6 charges better. Okay. 5.
Which is a shiv.
Which is a shift. Do it. It's better than the dazes. There's in the deck there. It's in the hand. A 2. Okay. We're getting around the dazes.
Footwork. Now we gain 2 dexterity. Sure.
A little late. 1. Ooh, actually not bad for bad time for it, but still.
Yeah, they're not attacking, which makes it less helpful.
1 and then turn ends.
And I can't play anything.
And
I'm
then
out of
you
energy.
But I roll it's unable to be played. It was an okay turn. At least they weren't attacking you, so it wasn't it was an hero turn.
Wow.
Really.
There is only 1 playable card out of these 5.
It's not. Is it that we want it to be played? Come on. Oh, that's 2. That's a 2. That was a 2.
Yeah. So, nope, nothing gets played.
It was a 2, then it was a 4. By the way, just to make it funny, it was a 2, then it was a 4.
But before is good.
The 2 is what triggers, since the 2 was rolled first.
Yeah, I know.
The 2
Okay.
was rolled.
So, end of turn.
The second before. So I had to track myself and take the 2 instead.
Well, hey, at least the dazed cards getting exhausted gave me enough block to
Yes.
not take damage from the attack. Anyway.
Other than that, come on. 3.
Okay, 3 is deadly poison.
5. Oh, you can't do that. Don't realize that. Ooh, a 4. Ah, dazed. Hit.
Yeah.
Dazed hit.
Well, hey, at least there's some passive damage being done now.
Yeah, at least you're not taking any damage. So I
'Kay.
can't really say that. It's come on 3. Oh, oop, that's not the roll for you. Sorry, this one is 3. Still a 3. Okay, fine.
So, Shiv.
Shiv, yep, and then a 2. I think we win here, don't we? No, not yet. Not quite.
So 2 would be Bowling Bash.
And then I need to roll again. This is not what I want. I want 2 or 3. Come on, 2.
Protect.
Can't play that. Can you play that? Oh, you can. Okay, you can play.
Yeah.
Save 14 block. That's
And now I'm out of energy.
you're out of energy, but you will win in 2 turns no matter what you do.
Yep.
And the curse is not over yet. Okay, it's fine. So you still did play this turn, but at least you're gonna win no matter what you do. So let's see. How about a nope, we roll with that. Oh, you had 5 cards, right?
Yes.
Okay. 5,
Which is the curse.
which is the curse. So you take 5 damage and then you win the battle. Nope.
Yep. Okay. So, gold. Courier.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good one.
I mean, 20% price reduction is nice.
And the other thing,
And the fact that it restocks things, I guess.
or it means we can keep spending money. We're not stopped by running out of options, which is nice. And then you did a tard 4 from the set of 3. So actually, you did a tard this time.
Which brings us to Consecrate. Deal 5 damage to all enemies.
Not a skip actually this time, which is
Okay.
what? How many we got?
We have 5 room options once more.
Ooh, wow. Ooh. We like something specific here. Roll. 1 is an event.
Okay.
It's like,
And the event is a battle.
ooh, well, and guess what? Card 1. Ooh, okay.
Card 1.
Card 3.
Hold up. So, is this ever going to end, or am I just permanently going to have all of my cards chosen by randomness for the rest of the run?
At the end of the turn, I roll 1 d6. If it was 5 or 6, this is over. It stops.
Okay, you said card 1 and then card 3?
And card 3. And
Okay.
card 5. If you can.
And 5?
5.
That would be dodge and roll.
And a 4 if you continue to play cards.
I cannot play that card. If it was a 3, I could.
Okay, so that ends the turn.
Yep.
Ah, well.
Okay, hold up, real quick. Is that... No, the curse is not innate. But it's like, it seems to keep being the first source of damage, thus kind of making the Centennial Puzzle useless.
2.
2 is Bowling Bash. Okay. 5 cards now.
And then 3. Yep, so it's going to be just lucky.
Okay, just lucky. Poison Stab. I'm fine with keeping that on top.
Yeah. There's one thing I would like to see with Just Lucky. When we play it, to pull the turf on top of the top of the deck.
Yeah, I mean, we only have one curse right now, so...
I'm just thinking, like, get the turf on top of the deck and then just discard it.
Yeah. That would actually be kind of nice.
Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4.
Card number 4 is Stack. Which means I gain 10 block at a time when I do not need block.
So you got your ethereal played, so you're not going to lose it.
Oh, you rolled a 3?
Yeah, you're not going to lose your ethereal this round. So.
Okay.
On, other than that.
And I cannot play attacks this turn. Yay.
What? Oh, he decided to say no, I guess.
Yeah, I have been entangled.
4. Nope. There's your turn.
Because Just Lucky is part attack, it counts as an attack card, therefore I cannot play it.
Yeah, correct.
This regret is...
Being rather annoying now, I think.
Yes.
Donk. Donk. Oh, and vulnerability too. That's rather annoying as well. Come on. Set. Oop. Can you do a set? Yes, you can.
Yes, 6 is power through.
You like that?
I mean, it helps in this situation, I guess, more than it hurts.
And hurt because of the wounds. Those are unplayable cards. 1.
But I also do not have regret in my hand, so at least they're not immediately causing me damage.
Protect is great. Wow. And you can play cards, so we still roll. 5.
Nope, only one I could have played was 4.
Yes. Okay. And I would love the 5 the next roll. Nope.
Alright. So now I got 5 cards.
Okay. 3.
3 is dodge and roll.
1.
1 is deadly poison.
5.
No 5.
Do we? Oh, we only have 3 cards now, don't we?
Yeah.
5. Nope. Come on. Other than that. 2.
Which is what it would have cycled around to anyway. So, Ghostly Armor.
We love that card playing.
All right.
And 5. Come on. Other than that. 3. Come on. 2.
Well, that's the only other card I can play, so here we go. And I'll end the turn then.
Here's your happy thing. As this happens, you feel something weird. Your arms are back to normal. I know it.
Thanks. I can finally just...
Finally rolled a 6. On the end of turn, of course. I rolled enough of them in between during turns.
Yeah. And how long, pray tell, do I get to maintain control? Anyway.
That was a long time. I'll say that. That was a lot longer than I was expecting. 2.
Cold Snap. I can channel stuff now.
Hey. And also, by the way, as a reminder, you do have 1 override per round if you need it.
Okay. We got 4 room options.
Which that does include the terses on the twist as well. Like, you can force the intern to be a 5 or a 6 if you really wanted to. Event, by the way.
Which one?
The first one, sorry.
It's a merchant.
Ooh, we need that. Plenty of gold, so let's start spending this gold, man. Yeah. I'm going to begin by asking a simple question. Is there any of this stuff you really want?
Is there anything...
That you really want? I see two things I wouldn't mind. As a the problem being they're both relic.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff I wouldn't mind in here.
The reason the question I'm asking is in case there's anything you want to get with an override this early.
I don't know if there's any of this that I would say is like so amazing I gotta have it.
I see two relics that I would put not that close to the top, but at least in that area. You're looking at one of them, both of them right now. That first two relics on that list. It's like, okay, they're not bad at all.
The flower and the ornithopter.
Every 3 turns you get energy. That's helpful sometimes. And then of course, every time you play a Pokemon, you get 5 HP for it as well.
Yeah.
Those are not horrible. Now,
Flower's definitely nice.
Or like the melee. 15 card. 12. Ooh, actually get one of them, I think. Nope, we don't get a Pokemon. That's correct.
And liquid memories.
Memories, you have a spot for that, so. And what filled with it? What did it fill with?
It filled with a strength potion.
Okay. How about a 5?
5. Study. At the end of your turn, shuffle an insight into your draw pile.
That's nice.
I mean, yeah, I guess card draw is kind of nice, but it also exhausts though. So like,
we love exhaustion in this deck.
Yeah.
13.
13. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm assuming that's the third potion then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Fire potion. Okay, over. What will be sets on that? You must discard potion sets.
I don't mind losing the Swift potion in favor of that.
Okay, at least we didn't lose the one I really wanted to keep. I would have definitely override it if we got the one I wanted to keep.
Yeah, so discarding that potion and buying the fire potion. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. If I ever roll a 5 or 2 on a potion discard and I have it override, I'm definitely using it.
Yeah, I think I would override that too.
Yeah, we definitely want that. How about a 4? Oh, not a 4, not a 4. Whoops, that's the wrong die. Do that again. How about a 10?
8, 9.
Ooh, relic. Not the
10 gives us the hand drill.
Not the one I was looking for, but that's okay.
I mean, applying vulnerable whenever the enemy's block is broken is also kind of nice.
Not the one I was just mentioning earlier.
And that got replaced with a blood vial.
You know,
Not that it matters, because we can't afford that.
And still afford stuff.
5.
Let's go down to 8.
6, 7. I can afford 7 things.
8 things, of course, because there's a leave option that's included.
Yeah.
How about a 7?
That's the strength potion. I don't know if I really want it that badly.
4. You lose the liquid memories in favor of that.
I mean...
Unless you're overriding my 7.
Nah, I guess I can live with losing that.
Okay. You have to either override what you're losing, or you have to override the potion, the item that you're taking. And if you do so, you have to choose what item you take instead, of course.
Yeah. Okay, I cannot afford anything else.
Yep.
So long, merchant.
And for reference, if you want to know why I do this, why I do the IW1 override, because of the row of randomizers, right? That one little row of randomizers, you always have a chance of losing. One choice to be the difference between win and loss. Right? One battle mistake to be the difference between a win and a loss. 4.
2, 3.
Speaking of, here's your 7 HP battle. Enjoy.
Yeah. And it's against... Okay. Huh.
Go ahead, do ahead. Do.
So, I have control.
Yes. If you survive this, I'll try to be a little bit surprised. That's a low HP count. Let's see what we do. We have trip if you like that.
Yeah. So,
Um,
here's the
lucky.
here's the thing, though. I want to take as little damage as possible.
Yep.
Um.
Toe snap and protect.
Yeah.
But Chest Lucky is not horrible either because it's Blot and Strive Torch, which.
Yeah. So, tell you what.
There are safety mechanisms on the board are kind of okay. Stress Lucky is like we need to have that if we want for at least to lick the target and also Torch did it. We still get 2 block from it for free, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play Trip first on the looter. Just Lucky, also on the looter. Pretty much everything's gonna go against the looter right now.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Ooh, okay.
Um.
Now what? Can you kill him this round? Probably not.
No. I could do.
Maybe you can. Potions. Remember?
Yeah.
You have a 20 damage explosion in your hand and a fire if you need it. You can. Well, you can actually kill him this turn. 20 plus 12 plus 6 plus 5 plus the 3 from the poison. He's dead.
Well, here's the
He's dead.
thing.
Dead.
I don't know where you're getting 12 from.
Choke deals 12
Oh.
damage.
But it's actually going to be 18 because he's vulnerable.
Okay, that helps. Don't matter to me. And then poison does 3 plus. Actually, he does 6 plus 3 now, which is dead. He's extra dead.
He's not poisoned.
He will be when you use poison stab and kill him.
He's going to die from the damage, not the poison.
I was not thinking of the 6. Remember?
Actually, hold on. The damage from choke will kill him.
I know what I'm mentioning is I was thinking before the vulnerability did not exist, therefore the sits.
Yeah.
So the poison would do something and would then kill the sit
Yeah.
and the 3 poison.
But now I can actually do poison stab on the slime.
Has he died? Oh, he has died, right? Because anybody, anytime you play a target, anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is nice.
All right. That was a productive turn 1.
You don't have to block at all. That's a productive
And
turn.
the slime isn't even attacking, really.
I will also remind you, if you do die, you don't die.
Yeah. Ugh, I've got regret in my hand now.
Okay. Well, we have a potion here that will save us if we die to it.
Okay, poison, accuracy, and stack. So I'm only taking 3 damage?
You're taking 3 no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter if you block or not, because it's straight to your HP. Pop.
Okay.
Jeanette Alvin would not be bad. Protect would not be bad either. But I think we can win if the shivs do what ooh, we win anyway. Hee hee. You know why? What I've seen? Concentrate, Blade Dance probably is a tilt. 3 shivs is probably damage. So we win.
Here's the thing. I will play genetic algorithm anyway to make it better later.
Yes. I was not defeating that either. Yeah, that's definitely happening. We win to concentrate and Blade Dance anyway.
Blade Dance and
Or
shoot,
if you
even
want
without
to,
Trip, I could.
you could do Trip and Blade Dance and win that way. For Trip is vulnerability, and then Civs do extra damage. Oh,
Yeah.
they're dead to accuracy. Wow, extra dead. You had 24 already.
Okay.
From that. Oh, 36 damage.
We get some
He's
gold,
Other checks.
an essence of steel, and potentially a card.
Potentially.
Doom.
1.
Doom and Gloom. 10 damage to all enemies, channel 1 dark.
If we can channel something else to get that out of the area, then we'll be happy with it.
Oh geez, now I have to do a battle.
Oh, you'd have no. It matters which one though.
Yes.
Elite. It is number 4. It's an elite. Would you like to override this and take a normal battle instead? In case you win, that's a choice. You do have a potion, as well too. You do have that potion as well. Do you want to fight the elite for a relic, or do you want to take a normal enemy and make you survive a little bit more? You don't have to override any.
I mean, I might have a hard enough time just surviving a normal battle.
Go ahead. You're dealing with an elite, or you overriding for a normal battle instead?
Yeah. Alright. I'll just move to the next one over for that normal battle, I guess.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, this one's gonna be all kinds of fun as well, but...
Nope, it's right. It's this dead of battle. Fun.
Yeah.
Now what to do? Oh, I know. Instant win. Can I just do an instant win for you? Doom and Gloom. Poison stab, right? Nope, that's very close. Doom and Gloom, and then...
Well, okay. Strength potion, Doom and Gloom.
There we go.
That's still not an instant win, though.
But it's it's much easier to do. You just killed a few of them in one shot.
Yeah.
Right? And then poison stab the one with the 22 HP, of course. So everything takes 12. That kills 2 of them. Now you can poison stab the lead in the left, doing 8 damage plus poison, killing it.
Yeah, I'm still taking 4 damage, though.
That's a fact as well. Power through if you don't want to take any damage.
So, I'm like, either I play power through, or I use the essence of steel.
Which one's better? That's the question now.
I'm thinking power through. Because that'll come up again later. The essence of steel will not come up again later.
Assumedly.
Most likely. Alright. I live for this turn.
At least we didn't see the one we don't want to see.
Freaking regret, dang it.
Can you win?
But I may very well be able to win with accuracy. Oh, but I'm like weakened. But the shivs cost nothing, so
you win anyway, I think.
Be gone.
And so, woot.
Okay. Card options are evaluate or collect.
Ooh. Collect, okay.
That's what the roll landed on?
Miracle
Yes.
in your hand. It's turns. That's not bad at all.
And that's what it landed on?
Yes.
Okay.
We
Collect it
finally
is.
And then we get a forced rest. I think, right?
Yep. Gonna be some rest somewhere. Alright.
Yeah. So forced rest and then boss time.
Yeah.
At 25 HP. Not that bad at all.
Definitely not as bad as 4. Okay.
Ooh, this will kill you if you go be careful.
So, I'm in control? Question mark?
Are you now? Yes.
Well,
Yeah. Enjoy.
yeah, what to play here? What to play?
Want to use your ethereal before you lose it. That's question one.
Yeah. Um, Poison stab, I guess. Because lasting damage there. And then I guess cold snap. And you know what? It's too bad that collect exhausts. But yeah, I'm thinking I should play it just so I take less damage from regret. Alright. Well. And the thing is, that would just give me more cards, which could potentially cause me more problems with regret later on.
Do it. So it doesn't even give you anything.
Yeah, it doesn't give me anything, which is the only reason I'm like, do I really want to? But how many times am I actually going to end up wanting to use that over other stuff? I don't know.
If you don't use it, you get your turf goes off for more.
Yeah.
That's the next part.
If it didn't exhaust, that would have been absolutely no debate at all in my mind. Okay.
Up goes Weezy. Here comes dude.
Alright, so that's gonna be 12 damage coming at me. Let's see here. Feel no pain. Accuracy. Blade dance. I gain 9 block from the shivs. You know what? This seems like a decent time for an Essence of Steel.
Yeah, you survived, but you still get hit, which means you don't hit it at all. It's a horrible save. Okay, nice.
Oh, that was 2 damage 6 times, not 6 damage 2 times. Would have mattered if I had thorns, but I don't.
Oh, by the way, you also had something else that happened. You had 15 block for some reason, rather than 13.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why the extra 2.
Look up top in case you have a relic.
Oh, was it... No, that applies to vulnerable for...
First time that was that your gray, your first relic is gray.
Oh, it's the frost. The frost gave me 2.
Okay, so we had 11 technically, plus the... So we still need the 4 anyway. Okay, Doom and Gloom is not helpful right now. At least, not really.
Yeah. Okay, Trip is not bad.
Concentrate is free. Trip is free, so... Show Trip and Concentrate together is not bad at all, though. Huh.
Yeah. Okay, well, Trip, Choke, Concentrate, and then Power Through?
I was saying Choke, Trip, Power... Concentrate, Power Through, but...
Yeah, it's more damage overall, making it vulnerable first.
Oh, okay. So be it.
Because it adds 6 damage rather than just the 3 from playing Trip after Choke.
And then Concentrate, that's definitely in played.
And then Power Through for the block.
We have 6 already though, so there's no need.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have 6.
So might as well not hit the wounds with it.
True. Good point. And ads are rolling.
Oh, are they? They are.
I'm gonna
time to do push-ups then.
Pause that for a sec while I get ready to do these push-ups. All right. We'll see how my arms feel after the burpees. Although, I was feeling that just as much in my legs, if not more. Ugh, man. Oof. I will say I feel a little bit of soreness, like right in kind of this area. Alright. Might as well get myself in position, although I will wait until the ads are done before I actually do the push-ups. Wait, should be any second now.
They're done.
Yeah, okay. 8 is the minimum goal, okay.
Yeah, even number, minimum 8.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go for 9 and 10. Okay. Actually, maybe could have kept going a bit with that, but...
Go ahead then if you want to.
After the burpees, no thanks. Okay. Unpinning that.
We're done with those. Nice.
Alrighty.
Would you mind doing one thing as you continue this?
Yeah? Ah. You realize the voice acting redemptions are timed, right? So it's not like the whole rest of this battle I'm gonna talk like that or anything.
Yeah, would you mind doing some referring to you're going to put a timer on for 5 minutes?
But yeah. It will be for 5 minutes, though.
Or less.
Or less, maybe if the battle ends before... I don't know.
That's what I did it for. So you would do it for the rest of the battle, at least. If the battle lasts that long, which I would think it would.
Alright. So yeah. I know y'all probably can't really see it, but... starting timer now. Alright, everybody! Welcome back to Slay the Spire! Will our hero prevail against the Hexaghost? Let's find out. First... what will we choose to play? I think vulnerable is a good idea. So let's play Trip against the Hexaghost, making it vulnerable for even longer. Now, of course, Just Lucky costs 0 energy, so that's always a good option. Shows us that Cold Snap will be drawn next if we don't discard it. That also seems like it won't hurt. And of course, many things in this deck center around using shivs, so Blade Dance. And then of course we'll use those shivs, because why else do we have them? And we've got 2 energy left to go still. Now, shall we focus on blocking, which we don't even need because of plated armor and a frost orb.
And already at 10 blocked already.
Right. So, we could apply poison, or we could study gaining more card draw every turn, essentially. But card draw doesn't necessarily mean more damage, or... well, it does mean things are a bit more likely to be drawn that could be needed. Overall, though, we need to deal damage to win this battle, though. So let's go with Deadly Poison. Ooh, that is an unfortunate combination of cards, having both Burn and Regret in the hand. What to do about that? Well, now an interesting thing could happen if we play Cold Snap, because it will channel 1 Frost, evoking the current Frost Orb, which gives 5 block then. And it seems realistically we're only going to be able to play 2 cards this turn. So, if we're getting as much damage as possible out of this while still blocking enough, Choke will go first, and actually Cold Snap can get us all the block that we need. So let's do that.
We don't even need it, right? Because of the plated armor.
Right. So because of gaining 2 more block from the Frost Orb's passive and the 4 block from plated armor, we should have enough. Let's see what happens. Now, unfortunately, Regret does damage directly to HP, but that's okay. Because honestly, I think we would have lost some plated armor if that dealt damage the normal way. Alright, having ghostly armor on a turn where block isn't needed is always a little bit unfortunate, but it's best, generally speaking, not to lose that card. So we'll start off by playing that, and then hit him with a Poison Stab, which not only makes the poison last longer, but it also makes it more effective. And with a couple of more attacks, the Hexaghost is down to 69 life. Ooh, but it's gained some power and armor this turn. Well, the power is permanent. The armor only lasts this turn, though. What to do now? Okay, well, the 5-minute timer's done. You know, I always debate with myself a little bit when somebody asks for an announcer voice because I kind of have more than one. I have what I would call game show announcer, which was what I just did, and then I have, like, radio announcer, for lack of a better way to put it. Which, radio announcer, I call it that because, like, you think old school radio type voices from, I'm gonna say, maybe back in, like, the 40s or even earlier.
And also, as a reminder, in 2 turns here, your burns will get worse.
Burns will get worse? Oh, like it'll...
He's gonna... Ezra is gonna upgrade them for you.
Okay. Huh.
More than upgrade. Once the green flames are all complete.
Okay. I don't really need ghostly armor per se, but also, like, do I want to lose it? Although, if I'm looking to deal damage, I could play Choke and then Blade Dance.
Also, you have Regret there sitting on you. And you have some block. We have another ghostly armor in there if you want to play that.
Yeah, so if I want to take the least damage from Regret, I would play Ghostly Armor, Bowling Bash, and Blade Dance.
And then all the shivs.
And then all the shivs from Blade Dance.
With accuracy. Because you have accuracy in play.
Yeah.
So with bonus. So that's 24, 28 damage plus 10 block.
Yeah. Even with the extra damage from choke, that wouldn't be enough.
Which is better than
this
choke.
turn.
Blade Dance going back is definitely better than choke.
Well, no, I was thinking use choke and Blade Dance potentially.
Instead of doing Ghostly Armor at all. They're not even using Ghostly Armor at all.
Yeah, but so doing choke would deal 12 damage immediately. Then playing Blade Dance would deal another 3, bringing it to 15. And then I'm essentially dealing 11 damage per shiv.
39. Yeah, 39. So more damage than the other direction.
But
So 39 damage or 28 damage, but keep your Ghostly Armor and take less damage from your drag.
yeah.
Your choice.
All right.
Don't.
Jeez. 4
Okay.
times.
Do a lot.
That's 24 damage coming at me.
And there's something else with that. You see the drain.
Okay, well, just lucky.
So he's gonna do the
Ooh.
some burn upgrade.
I'm gonna discard the burn.
Yeah. Because the burns are about to get upgraded in a minute.
Yeah.
Can you win? Can you win this turn? No.
Not quite.
Not quite. Can you block 24 damage?
Well,
26 damage, sorry.
so playing Cold Snap gave me some block.
And stack would be nice, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh,
6.
stack is better than protect, actually. Funny enough.
Yeah, I mean, either stack or protect would be enough, I think.
But you need 26 total.
But I'm gonna gain another 6 from the orb and the plated armor.
Protect gets you to 19 then, which is 25. Twice, so close. You'll take 120 damage as a punishment.
Yeah.
And stack is worth it. And stack will allow you to take 26 exactly, which is
Yeah.
enough.
And you know what? Protect stays in my hand. I'll play stack.
But that was a simple. Okay, so 20 plus 6 is 26, 24, 20, and then Donk Inferno. Upgrading all your annoyances now. Have fun.
But now I win because even if I did nothing, the poison kills it.
Yes. No, so you could even do Doom and Bloom if you wanted to.
Let's go extra overboard. Trip, and then Doom and Gloom. Yeah, I suppose, like... Sorry, random thought back to the whole announcer voice thing. I do debatably have a third announcer voice, and, you know, that's the whole, like, sort of deep, almost... You know the stereotypical deep trailer voice kind of thing? Like movie trailers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could somewhat imitate that.
Try that. Do it for...
Alright, so I got a power potion and some gold, and...
Go ahead and say something with it. With that voice.
For this card selection, we have Secret Technique or Meteor Strike.
Not bad.
Which
Not
one
too
will
bad.
we get? If
4.
either.
A 4.
Was that a decent enough sample of the
Yeah, a 4 for you. The Secret Technique.
Secret Technique? Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand.
Not bad
Okay.
at all.
Like, if I absolutely know there's something in my deck that would be really handy. Well, specifically a skill.
Do you notice one thing about it, though?
It exhausts?
No? Put a still from your draw deck. I wonder, that's a choice, isn't it?
Yeah,
Also
true.
a choice, which means it's not going to be yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Relics.
Wrist blade. Attacks that cost 4... Or, sorry, attacks that cost 0 deal 4 additional damage.
And?
Cursed key. Gain an energy at the start of your turn. Whenever you open a non-boss chest, obtain a curse.
And?
Or we got the Sozu. Gain an energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer obtain potions.
Oof. Okay.
Although I guess reading order would go wrist blade, Sozu, cursed key.
Correct. If we even care.
I wasn't sure if this was randomized.
It is kind of. That's a 3, but I'm override 1. That's a 1 instead. Thank you.
All
I
right.
didn't get over a 4. I'm doing it anyway.
So we're taking the wrist blade.
Yes, either way. That's both overrides out of the way, so neither of us have any more. Well,
That
So
is
right-
especially handy for a deck that has shivs.
yeah, seemingly so. So, at 2, the city.
Yeah.
It's a little different here, doesn't it? A little odd. You feel a little frigid. That's all that. You feel a little frigid.
Okay. Well, where are we going first?
You're going to option 4.
Which is option 1.
Yes. Your first battle awaits you. Hey, your hands feel robotic. Have fun. But a little different this time. You must choose a card adjacent to card 4, if you can.
Well, card 4 is deadly poison.
You must choose a card adjacent to card 4.
Oh, jeez.
If you cannot, you must end your turn.
I mean, accuracy might be good long term, but also doom and gloom,
The choice.
hitting all the enemies.
Yeah. Ooh, they hit everything. Okay, so I didn't get a. We don't have to randomize what enemy it hits. That's nice.
Yeah.
So, ooh, a choice. Do we want to do everything? Ooh, but here's the thing. Can I give you another thing to it? Doom and Gloom gives you a dark, and if we can blast that dark off of it, it goes boom.
Yeah.
Hit. So that's extra fun because we want that early. We want to get that before we get the frost orbs started. If we, which one you want?
All right. Well, doom and gloom.
Doom and Gloom it is. Okay, so everything takes 10, which means everything will take. I think takes 1. I think no 5. Okay, 5. Maximum.
Yeah,
5,
they take half damage while they're in flight.
Unless they fall, of course. Okay, how about adjacent to target 6?
Well, the only one that's adjacent to it is power through.
If you cannot, yeah, you must play that, and if you cannot, you send your turn instead.
Okay, it has been played.
Okay, and we can still play cards, correct? Or we
I can play 1 card.
So we need a 2. Anything else is a no. You must play a card adjacent to card 5 if you can.
Which I cannot.
You must end your turn instead, unless you're playing a potion.
Nah, I think I'm good for now.
Okay, and in that turn then. Here's the blop of damage you did.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what happens. Adjacent to card 2, if you would.
Adjacent to card 2. So, not Blade Dance itself.
Yes, you cannot play card 2. You gotta play a card adjacent to card 2.
Ghostly Armor might be a good idea.
Or, yeah, we've seen both of them around. They're both nice, and that one's actually probably better. We need it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. How about card adjacent to card 2?
Okay, so we got Feel No Pain or Secret Technique. Sorry about the yawning.
You're fine. You're fine. I know it's late. It's for you.
Yep.
So what do you want to do?
What would secret technique even potentially get us?
I mean,
Actually,
draw file.
there's quite a few options there.
And it's random, but still, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Still, Feel No Pain, I think, is the better play for right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
You must play a card adjacent to target 3. Ooh, yay, shifts.
Yeah.
Now you
But
get to play the better collection.
we don't know if I'm going to play them yet.
Yeah. Okay, so we need it. It doesn't matter what we roll here. We can't roll a 1 specifically. A 5. You must play a card adjacent to target 5, which is a shift. So.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, there's an at condition. At enemy 2. Sorry.
Enemy 2. Okay.
You must play a card adjacent to card 1, which you might not be able to do that.
Nope, the only one adjacent is Genetic Algorithm, which is unplayable.
Therefore, your turn must end instead.
Okay. At least I gained enough block to not take any damage this turn. Problem is, now they're all dealing 10 damage whenever they attack.
Woohoo!
So what now?
5. Adjacent to card 5.
Adjacent to card 5.
Ooh! Ouch!
Which means collect.
Which means you must play collect stuff. Okay, wow. There goes your energy.
Technically, I could still play Trip.
And we could still play a card. 2. You get to play a card. You must card adjacent to card 2 if you can.
Yeah, now which enemy do I play this on?
True. Enemy 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yep, there's the damage.
Big ouch.
1. Ooh, miracle. Okay.
Okay, so I'm playing Miracle now.
A miracle, which means we want to use the energy. Sorry, adjacent to card 6. Oh, really?
Adjacent to 6 is a Shiv.
Not. She doesn't know the other. Well, on enemy 6. Okay. Another 6.
There's only 5 cards in my hand now.
If there was a 6, where would the 6 be?
Well, after accuracy, so we're playing accuracy?
Yes.
Okay.
Adjacent card 5.
So now the other Shiv.
Other shift on enemy 2.
Enemy 2.
And then adjacent to card 4.
So we'll just say that that's stack.
Which is 0 block at all. Wow. 0 block.
Oh well.
Adjacent to card 1. Ooh, yay! Ooh,
Adjacent to 1 is Cold Snap, which means now we're evoking the Dark Orb.
I have no reason to roll because you have to play the other card now. You have to play both cards. The order does matter, but
Who do I play? Who do I use Cold Snap against?
who does Cold Snap fire upon? Enemy 6.
And okay, 1 bird is down.
And then boosh. Everything takes yep, and then you must pray protect.
Okay. Every card was played.
Usually that was a very, very protective turn.
Yeah. No real complaints about that.
Yeah, no, the twist is still active though, so. All we need is another bad turn and we are done. Adjacent to card 3.
Adjacent to 3. Well, can't play Wound, so Genetic Algorithm it is.
Are you fine with that? I think it's a yes, right?
I'm okay with that.
Adjacent to card 4.
Adjacent to 4. Well, again, Wound not playable, so just lucky it is.
on enemy 4. Discarding whatever card you see.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was a thing that
Okay.
could happen.
Adjacent to charge 5.
Blade Dance.
Adjacent
I have
to
6
card 1.
cards right now.
Adjacent to card 1, we can play that.
Adjacent to 1?
Adjacent to 1, we can play one. We can play that one. We can play adjacent to 1.
Yeah, so we're playing Secret Technique.
Yes. And what are we doing with it? That's the next part, right?
Yeah.
How many stills are we between? So I think it's gonna be ooh, only 5. Okay, that's actually not bad. 4. Poison.
See, that would have been discarded though. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Well, it's okay. We'll deal with it. 1. Adjacent to 1. Sorry, adjacent to 1. It's discarded anyway.
I can't play anything adjacent to 1. So, yeah.
You're discarded
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. Turn is ending. Bummer.
Unless you're playing it, ignore my effect, of course. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. You can always use. You have a power potion that would ignore what I did. But I do, of course.
Yeah.
For well. How about adjacent to? Come on, sits. Adjacent to sits.
Well, can't play Regret, so dodge and roll it is. I have 6 cards.
Okay. Adjacent to 3.
Okay, so that's either Miracle or Consecrate.
That's absolutely nothing for. You don't. You only have 2 energy. You can only spend 2 energy, which you already have 2 energy worth of spending. So
Yeah.
you don't have it, other than if you want to get rid of it. Adjacent to card 1, so you're playing a miracle anyway.
Yeah.
Well, there's your miracle played anyway.
If only we had some ice cream.
I'm not mad about it because we have regret in our hand, right?
Yeah.
The regret. Adjacent to 3.
So adjacent to Regret.
So one of the 2 adjacent to. So study or trip. Trip does nothing. We may be able to take only 1 damage this turn. You know that?
Yeah.
Regret estimate might be nice this time. And how we do?
I'm gonna play Study.
Okay. Just want to see a 1. Or, oh, actually, it doesn't matter what I see. They all do things. Adjacent to. Nope. Come on. Adjacent to 3. So adjacent to the regret.
So Trip.
Yes.
Okay. Who we hitting?
Oh, right. Enemy 3.
All right. It's Miracle or nothing now.
1, which means it's an I, which means you do not play the miracle, instead take 2 damage.
Okay.
That was a better turn than we thought we were doing it, right? Oh, and here's the reward for that. I don't know what came over you.
Yeah.
I don't know what came over you. That is past tense, by the way.
Yeah. So
Which means
what? Now I just do whatever.
correct. I don't know what came over you. We're trying to do it's over. Both sets. So. Okay, we have ethereal. Ooh, good time to use it.
Yeah.
20 damage, don't want that. So good time to use it. Hey, at least we didn't. At least that wasn't too bad, right?
Just these guys dealing so much damage was
The bad part, yeah. That
not
was
fun.
currently the
Okay.
bad part.
So
Very
I guess choke.
Those play have to be played. We could play everything in our hand. With Miracle, we could play everything.
Yeah.
So,
I'm playing choke first because of the added damage from it.
let's go and do let's do an insight because we know we're gonna get charged somehow. So let's see what we have in our hand. Is gonna be in our hand.
Well, now we're not playing everything.
Oh, okay. We still can play good stuff though with the miracle. Do you want to doom and gloom this? And everything dies with doom and gloom, right?
No, because they only take half damage while they're in flight. The one in the back isn't dead yet.
No, but we have more damage to deal to it though, with poison, stab, and or bowling bash. So I think we win this turn. Anyway.
Yeah, I think poison stab would do it.
Okay, because it's either that one or bowling bash. You don't know who. We want to get one to win.
Bowling bash would only deal 3 damage.
Which is not helpful. So it needs to be the one that adds to poison then. Poison is going to be the winning part of this then. And at least anyway, the bird won't do anything. So at least it won't be terrible. It dies or it does nothing. Either way is okay with me.
Okay.
Yay. That was not bad. Let's see.
Got tactician or static discharge.
Right.
Sorry, was there a number in there?
6.
6? Dang it.
You one of those stuff? You one of those things?
Static discharge is like one of my favorite cards, dang it. Oh well.
How many choices are we on the map here?
We got 4 map choices. 4 room choices on the map.
A 1.
Okay, another battle.
Another battle.
Okay, so this is... Yeah.
Don't play as normal, by the way.
Oh,
So-
don't play as normal.
As normal, I go to 4 instantly, so have fun. You must play a card that is not adjacent to 4 or is 4.
Okay, so either choke... So basically not deadly poison or accuracy.
Not is 4 or adjacent to 4. Card 4 or adjacent to it.
Oh, so I
choke?
cannot... So I can't play choke either. Cannot.
Is 4 is not allowed. None of those are allowed.
Cannot
So
play
choke?
deadly poison, choke, or accuracy.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'll start it with trip. How's that?
Okay. And then how about you must not play a card that is or adjacent to 2.
So, no poison stab, study, or deadly poison.
And there is a note as well on this one, if you can think of what I'm thinking. If you can think of the big thing with this one. When you're at 3 cards, you will definitely end your turn. Unless I roll one of the ends of this, one of the ends. And then at 2 cards, you're definitely in your You're definitely in your turn at 2 cards, and you might be in your turn at 3 cards.
Okay.
Okay. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 2.
Okay, so same as before.
As before. Yep. Accuracy you can play right now. Or select.
Yeah, I guess out of the 2, I'd rather play accuracy.
We found out how good select was last game.
Yeah, but the thing is, my current energy decides how many turns that I get the miracle.
No, but I'm just saying, we found how good it was, at least. So, the accuracy, yes, is definitely better in this deck. I think we're done, right? Nope, we're not.
Technically, collect is playable, even though it wouldn't do anything.
You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 3. Therefore, it's not playable.
Right.
You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 3, which means you cannot play collect.
All right.
So that's
Ouch.
they hit a lot. Yep. Okay.
Oh, jeez. It's a
You must
terrible
not-
time to get regret.
Ooh, fun. You must not play a card that is or is to target 5.
So, no doom and gloom, secret technique, or genetic algorithm. Lovely.
You can do shivs though. You can trigger blade dance and get the shivs going, if you have target space for them. Truthfully.
1, 2, 3,
You can
4,
play
5,
both the armor
6,
right now.
7. The max hand size is 10.
9 or 10. I always forget. It's either 9 or 10. You should play both the armor right now as well if you want to,
True.
because you never get a chance to later.
Yeah. Okay.
Scissors. There's a button in that one. You must not play a card. Fun. It is or adjacent to 6.
So now I cannot play genetic algorithm, power through, or blade dance. Great.
And but you can't. You could get your skills going if you want to, or doom and gloom, or dodge and roll. Now, we'll also remind you that I said must not, which really also means you can if you want to end your turn. Anytime you want to, as well. If you don't want to play one of the options, you can choose to end your turn. It's not that you must play a card; it's you must not play one of these.
Yeah. I guess I'll play dodge and roll.
Okay. 4 block and next turn gain 4 block. Okay, that's not how well. And then you must not play a card that is or adjacent to 2. Shiv's time.
Yeah, I guess so.
We don't want to lose them. We don't want to not be able to play them later. Good time for that. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I could play the last Shiv.
Yeah, or you can play feature to 8 if you want something from your deck as well. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 1.
Okay.
So seek your need for a shiv.
I played another Shiv.
Yeah. Hit your shivs when you can. You must play a card. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 4.
Okay, well, card 4 is genetic algorithm, so I can still play this Shiv.
Correct. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 1. You can choose to end your turn if you wish to. Or play a potion.
Yeah, because...
Play 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 damage I'm taking from regret. Not that playing a potion is going to change that.
Correct.
Alright, fine.
Dunk. Dunk. Yeah, I didn't check this yet. Okay. Stats. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 6.
Okay, there's only 5 cards.
So 6 is the unbeknownst 6 card then.
So I just can't play Cold Snap.
Right.
I mean, Consecrate is kind of nice because it costs 0. But Stack would be nice because it gives me all the block I need for this turn. Although I already have 4. You know what? I'll play Consecrate.
Okay. You must not play a card that is or adjacent to 1.
Okay, so now I have to play either Bowling Bash or Cold Snap.
Or a potion or end your turn.
Right. Cold Snap it is.
2 is the new one. Oh, you cannot play any cards. You may use a potion or end your turn.
Yeah, let's see here. If I end my turn right now, I would take 4 damage from its attack.
Or you play a potion to try to use my try to use my number somewhere else.
Yeah. Fine, potion.
You must take turn 2. Ooh, inflame. That's not terrible either. Working through all. You must not play a card that Ezra's named 4. Right.
So, okay. No inflame or bowling bash.
Protect or stack. If you play stack, you may have a chance for inflame.
Yeah.
Well, you have a chance either way. Sorry. Just if you play stack, you may do bowling bash as well. But
Yeah.
only one. We'll never do bowling bash because it's in the middle. So 1. Oh, you can play inflame if you want to,
Sure, why not?
and then you must force in your turn because you have no more cards to play.
Oh yeah, I mean, it would all be adjacent. So.
Correct. And I don't know what came over you.
Good grief. Okay.
Let's see if you win this turn or not. Can we do 24 damage? I think that's a yes on that.
Well, especially with it being vulnerable.
And Doom and Gloom is gonna win your game right now.
Shoot, Cold Snap was enough.
Wow. Okay. That would be enough. 1 turn after randomizer's over. That's actually nice. Skip. So another skip.
Another skip.
You can open it if you want to see what it is, but you're going to skip.
Oh, it was either expertise or flying knee.
Okay. Well, that's skip. So, and then what do we 2?
You got 3 options.
Ooh. 6. So another battle.
Yeah.
Potion. You have a security potion, so you're going to stay alive another round, at least. You see. Nope, you're good. You're safe. For now.
Okay.
Accuracy, maybe? Or trip accuracy, trip, concentrate. Wow, a lot of people play everything.
What would I potentially want to get with Secret Technique if I used it? Maybe
Dose to Armored and Alarum that those played now? Or Poison Stab, any of that?
Well, it has to be a skill, so...
Which I'm saying all skills right now, I thought. Deadly Poison, Genetic Algorithm...
Oh, you said Poison Stab.
I said Poison and Poison Stab. So
anyway.
I said 3 of the 4 cards I said were skills. Or shivs. Or all the shivs you want. Because that is a shiv. That shiv spell, that shiv idea is it add 3 shivs in your hand is a skill.
Yeah.
I have 3 shivs in my hand that I'm going to have accuracy up on. Woo! Big damage. So I think we know where we're playing that.
Alright.
We can play... No, everything but 1. We just can't play 1 card now. But that's okay, I think. Not bad at all. He's doing 21 damage, though. Ow.
Accuracy first.
Yep.
Now for the shivs. And each one's gonna deal 18.
Ooh. He's gonna block afterwards, so not that bad. 18, ouch. 15, ouch.
And it's already down to 30 life.
And he's gonna deal 21 damage though. So
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
Concentrate does nothing now. No, it does. It does 4. So Concentrate will do 4 more.
And it's not factoring in the vulnerability. That extra damage is because of the Hidden Blade relic. Or sorry,
right.
the Wrist Blade relic. That's not the vulnerability damage.
Extra good then. Okay. Wow. You did well.
And well, not that it matters, but
Yeah, it doesn't. Neither will. Dodge and roll will matter more than the other, because you will die and regenerate. So dodge and roll gives you block for next turn.
yeah.
Anything else does nothing to this turn. Really. Nothing will save you this turn, but at least help you at once the potion turns off. in about a second here. Boom.
Okay.
You were at 14. He's going to do another 21 unless you kill it. But we did dance. Time. Nope. It's time for this now. You must either play card 3 or card 6.
3. So, just lucky or cold snap. I mean, just lucky costs 0, which is nice.
7.
Okay.
You do that. And then card 3 or card 2. Well, that's easy.
Yeah, can't do card 2, so ghostly armor it is.
And you're 5 away from 6 away from having full block. Okay, not bad at all. 5 away from having full block. 4 or 3.
Okay, bowling bash should be 10 damage. Cold snap will be 9 damage, and I gain the frost orb.
Yeah. What do you want to do with that?
Okay.
And then for 3 or 4. Card 3 or card no. Card 3 or card 1.
I can't do card 1, so 3 it is. Which is just enough damage to win.
Yay! Nice.
Okay, 18 gold, fire potion, and
As you do so, you're relieved as well. So that's it for that quest at the moment. Okay, sets again, of course. So,
Yeah.
no card.
but double energy. Oh well.
Well, there's a skip.
All
You're
right.
surviving. You were surviving, which is really fun.
Somehow.
Another battle. Let's do another battle and finish this then. Yeah.
Was it 2 or 4?
If you describe 1 or maybe 2 more battles, you're gonna get a guaranteed rat. So.
You mentioned doing a battle, and I'm just like, okay, which one?
2.
Okay, so room number 2. Not battle number 2, right?
Yeah. Minimum 1 battle after you survived, you did a guaranteed rat.
Oh,
Ooh,
jeez.
Let's see. Oh, it's your turn. Okay. Do what you want. Do what you think is good here. Okay, this is a fun turn, isn't it? Ooh, no one's doing Cold Snap, but that's actually bad. I guess this early. We have a regret, yeah.
Yeah.
Cold Snap, accuracy, Poison Snap for the most cards. And you have Fire Potion as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, cold snap, accuracy, poison stab. So I take the least damage from regret.
You take 10 damage from the minion, though. And
Good thing I had 2 block.
Woohoo! 2 HP. But is going to come down with a roll of the dice. Roll the dice.
Oh, I'm not in control of this one?
You must not take card 5 or card 6. You must not take card 5 or card 6.
Okay, well, if I play Protect, I'm guaranteed to survive the turn.
How are you guaranteed?
Because I gain 12 block.
From... Oh, yeah, protect. Oh, yes. Sorry.
I'm like, I literally said if I play Protect.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the quick survive. You could survive your turn if you want to.
I'm like, either that or I play Feel No Pain and try to bank on getting some of the shivs and playing them.
Power guarantee. There's a power of chance there.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed, though.
That's the guaranteed. And
What?
remember, you also did get wheat and all the fun stuff from our friend here. Wheat probability and some days. Soon too.
Yeah. Alright, whatever. I'll play Protect for now.
You may play any card, except that it cannot be card 5 or card 6. If there is one.
I mean, there is a card 5, there is no card 6.
Okay. You must not play card 5 or card 6, which means 6 there's no existence of. So it says you can't play card 5.
Okay,
You want shivs now or concentrate? So concentrate, Feel No Pain, Blade Dance is what we have.
Blade Dance.
More shivs, more chances, right? You must not play card 4 or anything adjacent to it.
Okay, well, Shiv.
You must play card 1 or card 5.
Okay, 5 is playable. That's another Shiv. Cultist is gone.
You must not play card 5 or something else that I have not rolled yet. What do you mind? There it is, 4. Okay. You may not play card 4 or card 5.
Okay, I could play card 3, which is Consecrate.
Okay? So we want to see... Okay. Card 4 or card 3? Ooh! Huh.
Well, those were the only playable ones, and now I can't play them.
You can choose either one then. You can check your deck if you want to tear it. If you tear what, you get...
Wait, I thought you were saying I cannot play those.
You must play card 2
Oh.
or card 4.
Well, then...
A twist of words, you don't know which rule I'm going to use. I've used each rule once now.
Yes, because this wasn't already confusing enough.
You must play card 3 or card 4.
Okay, well then, Shiv, boom.
You must play... Come on. You must play card 2 or card 3.
Well, I can't play 2, so I guess I'm playing 3.
Okay, and how many choices do we have for that card?
We have 5 choices.
And card 5 goes into your hand. Ooh, more choices. Okay, more chance. Ability. So that's nice. Went for 3. You must play card... Nope. You must play card 3 or 1.
Well, 3 it is. And now I can't play anything.
You can't play anything, so your turn automatically ends. Yep. Okay, well. Not bad at all. That wasn't your final moment, maybe this turn will be.
Yeah, so this is where I get dazed if I play a non-attack.
Days are going to start slowing you down now, isn't it? Okay. You must not play card 4 or card 3. You must not play card 4 or card 3.
Just lucky. Let's see. Any effect on whether I discard this or not?
You shall discard that.
Yes, discard it.
You
Okay.
must play card 3 or one adjacent to it. You discard that, yes. That's it. You must play card 3 or a card adjacent to it.
Let's play Ghostly Armor so I don't lose that. I guess.
You must play 1 or 2.
Must play 1 or 2. You know what? Gaining more block isn't really going to help me this turn. I'll play Collect. So now I can't play anything and I end the turn.
Correct. You have more days though as well to make sure. Eek.
Yeah.
Okay. You must play 4, 2, or something between them.
Well, I guess that means it's Bowling Bash.
I got both of the ones that I got both of the days from that. Wow. You must play card 3 or card. Really? Wow. You must play card 3 or something adjacent to it. Let's do that then.
Well, stack it is, which is going to give me all of 1 block.
Better than doing nothing. You must play card 5 or card 4.
Well, there's no 5 anymore. 4 is Cold Snap.
Okay. Are we still doing?
I technically could play Miracle Plus.
You must not play card 3 or anything adjacent to it.
But I don't have to play the Miracle.
But that does not mean you have to play the Miracle. You must not play card 3 or anything adjacent to it.
I mean, well, look, I'm dead this turn anyway.
For you to play a Miracle, use a potion, or end your turn. And that's it.
Okay.
And guess what? Here's a nice thing. We are right on time. 2 minutes till ads.
Yep. Okay,
Right.
well,
Once the ads plays, of course.
that's enough of that run. Good grief.
Well, we got farther than you were expecting, wasn't it?
Yeah, just imagine how much further it would have gone if I didn't have friggin' random cards forced upon me.
I feel like some of those battles were actually not as bad as we thought. We were going to do. We had some very good turns, and then of course 1 or 2, but the mixture of bad. But we had a good amount of good turns in there too.
All right. So, I'm thinking next week, as far as, you know, gaming stuff, we're overdue for some more Hades.
No, not quite. You know why? Think about tomorrow.
I said next week.
I don't care about that. I said
But
tomorrow.
it does, I guess, maybe depend on...
Yes, it does. If tomorrow goes the way we're thinking, if tomorrow you get to the point of the, if you're able to get through the DLC, through the first part of the DLC, hey, we're able to do side questing again.
Yeah.
For you.
Which, I'll admit, I'm not entirely sure at which point in all those events I'm actually able to then, you know, possibly side quest within the DLC there.
I would think it would be after the DLC splits into 2, because there's 2 parts of the DLC, right? I would think after the first part's over, about you can kind of do more side questing, right?
Well,
Or am I understanding it correctly?
so there were 3 different sections within the menu that were part of the DLC. Each one of those are entirely separate things from each other.
Okay.
Yes, they can use the same save files, or anyway, you can carry over save data from one to another, I guess. But yeah, it's really only the Remind DLC that I think has any chance of side questing, if there's any in the DLC at all.
That's where I think it would be split, is when you get out of that DLC section is when it would split. Because you leave the DLC once you do the next section, I think, right? The next world, that map you arrived at.
So once I finish the... So basically, once I finish the, like, section that I'm in, which
There's the ad.
really, like... So...
You do.
What?
I'm just saying there's the ads rolling. So
Yeah. So... Sorry, the physical section that I'm in the game. So, like, the labyrinth thing. Once I finish that, there's the one battle against Xehanort and them, and there's... After that is where I'm not 100% sure what happens next, because either it then goes straight to Scala ad Kylum.
You know, I thought we already teleported there, didn't we? Like you're already there when we started. You already be there. Because you ended your when you ended your session and recording, you were in Scala ad Kylum. You're already there.
So when I ended my progress within the Remind DLC, I had finished all the labyrinth battles. That was all the further I got.
I thought you got through Xehanort. I thought you battled Xehanort, right?
Not in the Remind DLC. Plus, that does things a little bit different. I know there's some other stuff that happens with other characters besides Sora, and I'm not sure if that's before or after he goes to Scala ad Kylum.
Yeah. I thought it'd be the end of the DLC is when it happens, but...
You keep saying the end of the DLC.
There's 3 parts.
The Remind section of the DLC is the only one that I think has any sort of exploration or side questing or anything like that.
Okay.
And when you're saying the end of the DLC, I assume that's what you mean.
Yeah, for the end of that part.
Yeah, because after the Remind section, there is still within the menu what is then called the Limit Cut episode, which is really just boss rush. And then there's the secret ending, which is one last final battle and a little more story.
Are you doing those as well, or are you just doing the Remind? Was your plan just to do the Remind DLC till the end?
I'm planning to do it all, but...
I was thinking that's what... When you switch to Limit Cut, that's when you can go into side questing before you switch over to the... Before you enter the next one.
I guess maybe if I go back in the save file that I complete the Remind DLC with...
Yes.
If there's any exploration after that, then yes, that's...
Yeah.
Okay.
And if that's true, then likely Thursday will be the same thing.
Yeah, if that's true, then I guess Thursday will be literal side questing in Kingdom Hearts 3.
But if it's not, Hades 2. Hades 1, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, anywho, now that discussion's all done.
That's why I mentioned to think about Friday, because Friday's an impact Thursday time.
Yeah. And shoot, even the following Friday and Thursday could be more Kingdom Hearts 3 side questing.
Yep. Well, no, naturally. Next Friday would be, the Thursday would not be. Right? And unless you really want to stream on Christmas Day.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how Christmas Day is going to go. I know the day after Christmas, my family is leaving. I am going with my family to go visit other extended family.
Okay, so that stream's definitely not happening then. So let's see, 3 Thursdays then, because of that.
But, so, because of that trip and the fact that I know that it's coming, assuming I have any kind of time available on Thursday, I might actually just do all of my usual recording stuff within that stream.
If you stream Christmas Day at all.
Right.
Alright, so either way it's in B2 then. Okay. That works.
Anyway. So, yeah. Tomorrow is Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC stuff, for sure.
Yes.
And then, of course, next Thursday is continuation of Bible study and, depending on things, either Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC side questing or Hades 2.
Hades 1. You don't have Hades 2.
Sorry, right, Hades 1. Darn it, you're the one that got me saying that, darn it.
I have 2 people that bring Hades now. They're doing different ones.
All right, anyway. So, yeah, that's the general gist of things in the upcoming week.
I'm gonna pick that for anybody watching VODs. Or looking at
Now I'm just looking for a raid target.
or Hades. Thursday. What Bible studies on 7 and 8, right?
Yeah, Bible study will be on Ezra chapter 7 and 8.
8. And side questing. And Kate to read. Or Hades 1. Okay. 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 So where are we writing off then? I have Red Light going on. Watching the Game Awards is currently happening. Arcane Fan. Jake Live is doing the same thing. Samus 419 is doing TuneIt.
Yeah. I did raid Samus kind of recently, though.
And then anybody else on your side?
Although, a bunch of people are just streaming the Game Awards.
Correct. Yep, everybody on my list. Jake Fedora as well, doing something. Jake Fedora 15, doing something. Yeah, 3 streamers doing Game Awards, and then either TuneIt or something.
Okay.
Either way, we only have 2 people, so your choice on the raid or not.
You know what? I have found a different option. Well, you know what? Maybe not.
Game Awards as well?
Well, no, it's... I'm actually not entirely sure. I'm trying to be sure that I raid into a channel that I know is Christian, and believe it or not, there are a couple that I follow that aren't Christian, and I'm not sure that one was. So, you know what? We'll raid Samus.
Or you have Samus, and you have Jake Fedora 15 as well.
That's true.
Both are the only 2 on my list that I know are not doing Game Awards that are.
Yeah. I think out of the 2, I rated Samus more recently, so I guess we'll go with Jake.
I have no idea what he's doing.
Neither do I, because he doesn't... His topic is just chatting and goofing off.
Would you like me to look first?
What?
He's open. What? Let's see. Currently nothing.
Yeah.
There's an ad right now. So.
Well.
I'll go ahead and leave Discord while you do this, and otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll get ready to raid Jake Fedora. So that's going to do it for me. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Hope I'll see you soon for another one. Feel free to check out edited content over on the YouTubes in between streams. But yeah. Otherwise, feel free to look on channels and find all the social medias and follow that stuff too. Otherwise, yeah. Until the next time I see y'all, Stay cool, everybody.